Anytime. All right, let's just start rolling. Do you want to do like some stretches before we
I
go?
just don't know what to do with my hands. No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
they're they're there.
We can do a little.
That's what I was thinking.
Just brings your energy
That's
level right where it
exactly
needs to be.
right.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, Josh, how you doing? This is Andrew Dubats with Clarkston News on Andrew Around Town, and we're here with Josh today from Prime 3 Coaching. Josh, can you please tell us a little bit about what you do and your company?
Sure.
Okay.
What I do is I work with individuals. I work with companies in a coaching fashion, which means basically I'm partnered with them to move them forward on their goals, their desires, and to accomplish amazing things. So my company, Prime 3 Coaching, is solely focused on that. And then I also do work with the John Maxwell team, which has me speaking and doing more leadership training as well. So a lot of
Okay.
different fun things.
Yeah, that's great. So on a typical day, if somebody asked, hey, Josh, I need your help with this, what would you do to take somebody step by step? Say if somebody was more timid or shy, what would you do to help motivate them, or what kind of advice would you maybe give them in the workplace to have more confidence and grow as an individual?
Sure. The cool part about coaching and even the different people that I meet, because one day I may interact with somebody who highly dislikes their job and is very unmotivated, and in that same day I may talk with an executive from New York City who is looking to really move forward quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So there's such a variety of what I do in a day. Somebody who is, we'll say, struggling and maybe feels stuck, it's very important to meet them where they're at. And I read way too much. I'm a nerd, and if I just try to talk to them about all the things that I'm learning and all the things that are exciting me right now,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna help them. So I talk about, hey, what's something that interests you, and we just kind of go from there. Maybe talk about a book that they could read, journaling a little bit, some of the smaller techniques that really can open up the doors.
Okay, so just based on what you do and your experiences, sometimes allows people to think about, maybe I should incorporate that in my life a little bit in my own way,
Yeah.
and gets them thinking on the right track for themselves. So, what kind of other services do you offer incorporated into Prime 3 coaching?
Sure. Working a lot with people one-on-one, but actually my new book should be out before the 1st of July,
Okay.
called Next Level Generation. So a lot of hard work and hours into that. So excited to have that as a resource for people. Kind of going on your last question, I looked at what's the best resource I could put in somebody's hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't see anything that overjoyed me. So I said, well, let's create our own. Let's see what we can do.
Right.
So that's something exciting. And then I also do a lot of speaking. I speak for organizations, for schools. Really, a group of people can get together and I'll speak.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. I agree with you on that one. Like, I'll watch a movie and I'll never be satisfied with the camera angles or maybe the plot development. So, just want to make my own. Just got to work on getting a budget for it, right? So, anything else that you'd like to add for people out there that are maybe trying to start their own business and don't necessarily have the resources or tools? What would you recommend to them as far as how long should they wait? What should they look for? Or should they just get going? What would you tell somebody trying to start their own business?
Sure. First off, it's intensely personal.
Mm-hmm.
Really make sure that this is something that you could see yourself doing for a long time. I talk a lot about your purpose in life, and to some people that's maybe just a pie in the sky, but it is important when you're, especially if you're leaving behind a steady salary,
Mm-hmm.
really making sure, okay, there's this concept of start with why. Really know why you want to do that, because then when the hard times happen, you're not questioning. You have this solid foundation for this business. And of course, there's so many things. Do you start with just your finances? Do you talk to an attorney?
Mm-hmm.
But do you launch a website? Really getting out and meeting people and presenting yourself as, I'm Joshua Schneider from Prime 3 Coaching, even though it hasn't existed yet, when you're starting in that process. So getting people very familiar with who you are.
Okay, so networking obviously is a huge goal.
Sure.
Now, I've read a few things online, and I have a few people that I follow for my own career purposes. And kind of something I've seen lately, when you network, you don't really want to just throw something out there again and again if it doesn't work, obviously. It's better to establish a relationship with a person over a long period of time, maybe take them out to a cup of coffee, or what have your experiences been with that? How have you connected with people that you haven't known from scratch? How have you gone out and put yourself out there for other people?
Sure. One of the things is I love to give to people. I think, especially in networking, if you want to be an effective networker, it's about how much you can give, not how much you can take. So I'll maybe oftentimes give somebody a book and say, check this out, and this chapter is fantastic for what we talked about when we first met. Something like that. Or I do on Wednesdays at lunchtime, I do a free motivation call, so people dial in, and so I'll tell people about that, and I'll say, tune in next Wednesday, and you can get something from it that will apply to you. So
Okay.
really trying to establish ways to just give the resources, information that I have, that I spend my time on, so that way people can begin to establish their own foundation.
Sure. So finding something that works for somebody else specifically, and just helping them see the light in that and what they need to do for themselves. All right, great. Well, that's a lot of valuable information, Josh, and kind of got to know you a little better today since you're somewhat newer to the area.
Yeah.
One more thing, how'd you like Coffee Club this morning? You've been going lately. What do you think about that networking group in Clarkston? How's that helped you out a little bit?
It's been good because I've been here for 3 weeks now, and really just the people in this area, even my wife and I have said, it is incredible how giving everybody is, and just caring that, hey Josh, you need to talk to this person. And obviously I have very little to add in terms of a network because I don't know that many people. So it's been exceptional to really be welcomed in and have the community say, let's help you stand up and move forward in your business. So it's been fantastic.
Sure. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Kind of out of questions here. So, Josh, thanks a lot for being here today. We
Thanks for
really
having
appreciate it. And we look forward to whatever you have next to talk about. And we'll see you around town, I'm sure. Thanks
Absolutely.
a lot, Josh.
Bye.
See ya.